Hello and welcome to another evening of getting ourselves ready for our 2026, starting at the beginning so that the rest of the year is absolutely amazing. So let's say you got your resolutions started up and you're trying to do them all at once and it's just not working out. How do you know where to start? Glad you asked. There's a couple ways to do this. One is a meditation and the other is actually a mini spread that we'll be going over later in the video. But let's talk about the meditation. And the way that we're going to do this is actually with my favorite tool of all time, tarot cards. Now, the cool thing is that with all tarot decks, you're going to find that you've got your suits, right? Well, with those suits are the aces that are always a great herald of new beginnings or unblocking of energies. So in case you're super new to tarot or not quite sure on it, let's go over each of the aces real quick. The first one we're going to go over is our Ace of Coins. It may be called Pentacles or Presents, depending on your deck. But the great thing about this one is that it deals with our material selves. This could be our careers, our home life, our health. Coins is all about letting you know about the material plane of new opportunities or unblocking of energies. Our next contestant is the Ace of Wands. Now, Wands is more for your creative and networking side, your social side. Say that, you've got writer's block or some sort of a creative block from hell. This would be your BFF to try and grab and start to sit with. Our next one is our Ace of Swords. This guy is more for your logical side, your way of actually looking at something and being able to put your emotions to the side so that you can look at it without any clutter going on in your head. And last but absolutely not least, by any means, is our Ace of Cups. Now, the Cups is definitely more for our emotions and our spiritual side. Every time I see this little guy come up, depending on the reading, that's where it always leads me, is a new beginning or unblocking for a emotional relationship, whether it be on a familial or romantic, or even a new friendship, or it's your spiritual side where you're going to have a revitalization of your faith, or maybe even find a brand new way to approach it. Now, with each of these little guys is a great opening for your mind to actually start seeing where these new opportunities could be or help lead you to them. Now, the best way that I can suggest on how to use any of these is quite literally grab one if you are solid on where you want to start your focus at and go from there. So let's say that you want to start a new business and you want to work on your networking, but you're just not quite sure on how to do it. Because you've read all the stuff online, you've heard all of the advice, but you don't know which way is the right way for you. In which case, you would grab your Ace of Wands, or if you don't have a tarot deck, Google is your BFF for that one. Just Google Ace of Wands tarot card and you'll get a whole crap ton of images, and grab the one that best vibes with you and your personal energies. And how I would work with this as far as encouraging my networking is I would set it in front of me and make sure that I've always got a handy dandy notepad, because let's face it, you can start getting all the ideas, but you're going to want to write them all down before they all go away. Now, if you would like a more in-depth meditation for these 4 cards to help you get started with unblocking those energies or finding those opportunities, definitely feel free to comment below Ace of Cards meditation, and I will be all too glad to get right on that for making sure that you can use these to your best advantage. Now, I also mentioned earlier about a mini spread. So if that is something that is definitely in your arena where you're not quite sure on how to start with your new opportunities or where to start putting your focus at, stick around. And if you don't have a tarot deck, no worries at all, because in our explanation of the mini spread, I also suggest a few things that you can substitute instead of aces. let's go get set up with a tarot spread real quick. All right, we've got our aces set up. Now, this is entirely up to you on how you choose to place your cards or your totems that I'll be explaining in a second. But how I've got it currently placed is how I would personally actually set a circle of elements if I was casting a circle, with my coins in the earth section, wands in air, swords in fire, and cups in water. Now, as I mentioned, say you don't have your own set of tarot cards. No worries on that whatsoever, because with your coins, you can actually replace it with a literal coin or some dirt, because as I mentioned earlier, coins are all about your physical plane. Say you are also wanting something for your wands, a pen or a pencil because creativity, or even a stick of incense to represent the element of air. For your swords, that one's a little trickier, but say you've got a smaller knife, always practice sharp safety. A pair of scissors also works, or if you're old school, a letter opener. And last but absolutely not least, with cups, a bowl or a cup of water will do just fine. So how can we use these to get us started on knowing where to go and how to go about finding where to throw our energies or where we might be blocked? For this, I actually use my yes-no stones. Typically, these are for my yes or no questions, but if you don't have small little tumbles like these guys for this, some small rocks from your driveway work fine, so long as you put a mark on them as to what they're going to symbolize. Or even if you have some coarse salt or peppercorns, again, that one gets a little trickier, but make sure that you're giving the right intention to each tiny thing that you're using to cast. In this case, this will be where I'm good to go. This will be where I'm blocked. And this little guy here is where I need to throw my focus. So I'm going to roll them just like I would a set of dice. All right. So it looks like, as far as myself, my coins are actually better than I thought, which is rather surprising. And it looks like I'm good to go as far as my cups area. Where I'm blocked is my creativity and networking, which, hey, not wrong there. But how I can ensure that things start flowing beautifully is with my swords. I need to get more in touch with my logical side and throw my emotions a little more to the left so I can actually focus on the issues at hand that will lead to unblocking my wands and causing a full balance everywhere. Super easy and fun, right? It's a nice, easy, quick mini spread, and mixing in a little bit of extra to help you point your path so that you know the direction to go and the way to start making your first steps in the right direction so that everything starts flowing beautifully. Because sometimes we do get a little overwhelmed, a little frustrated. We find all these blocks and aren't sure on how to get around them. That is one of the best ways I can ever recommend as far as just a first step. Now, if there's ever a time where you kind of got the mini spread, but you're still confused, no worries at all. Why? Because I am always right here to help you out with a little extra advice and tarot readings. If you've gotten that far and you're still stuck, feel free to use the link in the description to schedule a reading with me or direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, and we will get you started. But until next time, I hope this helped. If it did, feel free to leave a like, and if you would like more videos like this, comment mini spreads, and I will all too happy to be able to start busting out my giant book. But until next time, have a fabulous evening, guys. Good luck on your first steps on downcreasing the overwhelm and increasing the momentum. I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow.